Hi everyone, and welcome to the Tesla Economist. Please hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I just wanted to touch on the environmental movement, consumerism, capitalism, and how that intertwines with Tesla. So what is capitalism? Well, it's in the name, capital. There is capital available in the economy to invest in growing the economy further. That is what capitalism does. How the economy is grown is the choice of the people, or consumers. They get to vote for the future they want. How do they vote? With their dollars. They earn dollars and then choose where these dollars are allocated in the economy. The vote, or spend if you will, on what product, service, companies, and brands they like. The companies that don't get enough votes simply fail and make room for the next potential company. For the last 100 years, we really have been voting for consumerism, more and better products to make our lives more convenient and happier. But what if a new paradigm shift of how we spend our money is approaching? And that we've realized that the current consumer-based capitalism is essentially a race to see how quickly we can strip the world of all its resources. Then it's simple, we can just vote not to do that. Children these days are basically indoctrinated about how we are destroying this world they've been born into. Being brought up like this gives you different thoughts on life and on what's important. Rather than coveting things like a private jet, instead they'd rather create a sanctuary to protect bees. This is still capitalism, but instead of trying to consume as many resources as quickly and efficiently as possible, well, they can simply do the opposite. An icon of capitalism are the TV shows where hopeful wannabe entrepreneurs present their business ideas to a panel of investors. Watching the investors and the entrepreneurs and seeing the products they present, maybe understand business a little different. A business where you aim to improve someone's life slightly and just temporarily, if you've created a product that can achieve that at the right price point, then you get the investors. Some of these products are things like a subscription where a present gets sent to you each month. Some random item gets selected for you every month. Nothing you likely want or would ever buy, but it's the thought that counts. The excitement and emotion of opening a new gift each month, and it's so decorated with great packaging and pretty colours. It just makes you feel so good. Then you open it and likely never use it. Now, let's just analyse what happened here. Some of Earth's resources have been depleted to get the materials for these products. Fossil fuels have been burned in the manufacturing and delivering of this item. Money's been spent on it. The pleasure of the gift lasted perhaps just a few minutes. Profit has been made from the corporation of this company, and the owners then likely use the profits to buy themselves something even more substantial to try and make themselves happy. Perhaps the reason they're not happy is not because they aren't receiving gifts, but likely something much deeper. But we can take advantage of people's unhappinesses and can profit from it by anything that will distract them from it. The advertising industry only further exasperates it and is notorious for this and promising false happiness if you purchase certain items. Now, let's see if we can generate a similar scenario with our new paradigm of thinking. Rather than buying presents for yourself to make yourself feel better, spend money on making the world better, and you'll probably feel better as well. So perhaps instead of buying some gift for yourself, you could use that money to plant a tree or something similar that instead replenishes the world's resources. There is no reason it couldn't equally give you happiness. But we are human, we have psychology to deal with, and if you give away money, then you want kudos for it too. If we've been successful, then we want people to know. We want them to know we could afford a private jet by buying a private jet, and then people can see our jet. But if you used your money to keep some endangered species alive, people wouldn't know how successful you are then. The other problem is that it's essential to the economy to keep spending. The more you spend, the better the economy does. The more money everyone has, the faster money circulates. People need money to keep the lights on, and it comes through the economy circulating the money where it is required. But if people stop consuming, then the economy will slow down. So we still need people to spend, or else soon we won't have food or power. So how do we keep them spending? Now, this is how children may be brought up these days, that it's just more important to make the world better than to benefit yourself with consumerism. In fact, it might even become embarrassing if you drive a V12 Ferrari or something. People might just be disgusted by you. The extravagance of wealth will become uncouth. Rather, you would need to be seen as extravagantly saving the world instead. But back to the kudos. So people will still likely want other people to know that they have saved 100 dolphins or are responsible for growing 1,000,000 trees. So perhaps somehow you can give consumers this feedback. With capitalism, businesses will eventually find a way to achieve it. Perhaps a new business is a clothing line and they may be expensive, say $100 for a t-shirt. But whenever you buy a t-shirt, 10 trees get planted. So you can show off your t-shirt to friends. And they will know that you're enough of a success to spend $100 on a t-shirt, but that money also went to improve the world. So maybe Tesla is the start of all this. I think it won't be long when we look around at people driving gasoline cars and think how gross and noisy and smelly they are. We will look down at these people and shame them, similar to what's happened to smoking in various nations. Maybe Tesla can lead the way and start people thinking about what's good for the world rather than what's good for themselves. Thanks for listening. Please hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.